Hey, how's my pick 3 at a glance family doing today? This Mo Monetary coming at you again, August the 2nd, 2022, with my pick 3 at a glance lottery system. Congratulations to everybody that hit that 2-3 pair, which I knew was coming from yesterday. On the first, we started off with hits already. That 329 came in. So, and I discussed it on my strategies video. So congratulations. As everything's off of tracking the numbers, the 1,000 numbers, tracking the front pairs, the back pairs, tracking the pairs, tracking the number positioning, all done on a 5-sheet strategy where you ain't got a lot of math, a lot of rundowns, a lot of grids, a lot of tic-tac-toes to find the number, because you're tracking the actual 1,000 numbers, and all you're doing is tracking the numbers, playing by the law of average, and then when the numbers come down, you know what numbers to pick off and put in your bucket list, and as you win, you pull the numbers out to play, and you're not guessing what numbers to play. You know what actual numbers to play out of the 1,000, out of my easy sheet. Pick 3 at a glance, real simple. So you, as usual, I always start this, I guess I call it the tutorial class, or tutoring class, or whatever you might want to call it. And I'm new at this, so I guess I will call it a tutorial class. But I start off like a person is a beginner, and if you've been around a while, you can always slide through that. But if you're new, hang around, and if you're playing pick 3 and want to learn how to make more money at it, then this is the video for you. So please like, comment, subscribe, and share, so I can get this and help my channel grow. I guess I can say that. Just help the channel grow. And you'll probably be helping other people too at the same time, as well as yourself. So that's kind of how YouTube gets the message out. The more people communicate together on your page or whatever, when people hit pick 3 or whatever, your page will show up or something like that. I don't understand all that, like I say. So but they say it works, so the algorithm, is that what they call it? They'll pull your page up. Depends on how much activity you got on the page. Okay, or your channel. So here we go with the 329 again. Congratulations. I pat myself on the back. I hit it also. So oops. Here I go with that pot again. We move it back over. Where should it be? Okay. All right. Here we go. Usually start off with August the 1st was 329. And the last time it came out, I like to tell when the last time it came out, so you know how long it takes these numbers to roll. With my check in February 8, 2018. That's the last time that number came out straight like that, y'all. That's why I say it's so important to track the numbers so you can see what they're doing. This is a while, all right? When you're tracking, you'll know how the numbers are running and when to put them into your bucket list, on your bucket list. And this is a straight. It can come 6 different ways. All straights come 6 different ways because all numbers work off the law of average. These 1,000 numbers are working off the law of average. They all rotate and change positions. Like the 329, 329, 392, 923, 932, 239, 293. This here is for on the master sheet here. We're going to do the 1-1 rundown and find out where to find this 329 on the master sheet. Simple as that. So first we do the 1-1 rundown. It's the only rundown you ever have to know using this sheet to find the number. You won't have to use any other rundown, and it's fairly simple. I like it because it works for this sheet and it is powerful. And I'll show you how in a minute. Everything is in numerical order from 0 to 1, 2, 3 all the way down. So what you're doing here with the 329, you're adding 1 to each one of the numbers, and you're going. You go 1 to 3 is 4, 1 to 4 is 5, 1 to 5 is 6, 1 to 6 is 7, 1 to 7 is 8, 1 to 8 is 9, 1 to 9 is 10, but you're only going to use a 0. And then 1 to 0 is 1, 1 to 1 is 2, 1 to 2 is 3. Same number at the top, you at the bottom. Now, did you see what I just did here? I just counted straight down in numerical order till I got to the 9, did the 0, and count straight down again in numerical order. Just like here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2. Same number at the top. Same here, 9, you get the 9, you're going to go 0, then you're going straight down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, then 9, number at the top at the bottom. Bottom at the top, okay? Simple. That's why I use it. I like to do 1 plus 1 is 2, and that's as far as I want to go with math. I did like math in school, but I was able enough to make this sheet enough because that's how I made it. Okay, now what we want to do is find where 329 is on these 1,000 sheets here. This PICK-3 at a glance sheet. This PICK-3 at a glance sheet is made up of 22 numbers that has the same 1-1 rundown done on them. And there's 22 numbers: 012, 013, 014, 015, 016, 017, 018, 024, 025, 026, 027, 037. And I call these the base numbers. I use them to make the master sheet. Same way with the doubles here. 001, 002, 003, 004, 005, 011, 022, 033, 044, and triple zeros. You're doing the 1-1 rundown on those, and that completes your whole master sheet. All right. Now, I know that, and over time you will too, that the 329 is going to be in column 6, and it's going to be under the 017. If you did the 1-1 rundown on the 017, like here, it's going to show as 239, not the 329, because the number rotated and it changed here. So it's going to be 2239. So what you're looking for, you're going to go to column 6 and look for the 017. In column 6, here's the 017. You go down, and here's the 239 right here. Check it off. Bam. You're done on the master sheet. Okay? The master sheet covers everything. All 1,000 numbers at a glance. That's why I call it PICK-3 at a glance. All right? Now, what it is here, you got 10 columns. Well, sorry, 12 columns with the 12 numbers I just called off to you. On each one of these columns is 10 numbers. All these 10 numbers can come 6 different ways, all right? So that gives you 60 numbers. Those 60 numbers, you got 12 of them. So down here, you're going to have 12. You have 12 times 60 gives you 720 numbers. All right? That gives you practically 75% of the 1,000 numbers that you need to look at a glance here, okay? Can't beat it. Right at a glance, and you're checking them off, okay? Here, with the doubles, they can only come 3 different ways. Doubles are numbers, 3 numbers with 2 like numbers in it. That's all. Like 100 got 2 zeros in it. So that's self-explanatory pretty much. Now, with these here, you got 10 numbers, but you're really looking at 30 numbers. Okay? Plus the triples can only come straight, so they don't change. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 columns, but you counting the doubles only have 9. 9 times 30 is 270, plus the 10 for the triples gives you you got 720, 720 plus 270, and then you got 10 gives you 1,000 numbers, all at a glance. You can see every time whatever these numbers are doing, you can see at any time on this sheet at a glance. Okay. Now, if you look here, 1 in 1,000 odds is the odds. That's going to never change. 1 in 1,000. These numbers, each individual number rotating in the six-way position by law of average is never going to change. So that's how you catch them. You're watching how the numbers are rotating in each column when you check it off. All right. Another thing I like about this 1-1 rundown, you're going to hear a lot about flips and mirrors. Okay. I only use the mirror system on here because it's very advantageous to know the mirror of the mirror of the number. And all that's included on the 1-1 rundown. I don't care what kind of strategy, if you use the tic-tac-toe, if you use the grid, if you use the different rundowns that they have. You see how I showed you the 1-1 rundown? They got 317 rundown, 475. They can use any number they want to make a rundown. And what their objective is to try to figure out what number is going to play the following day. You don't have to worry about that because you're watching the actual 1,000 numbers and you'll see how they're rotating. And if the numbers don't fall, you looking at the numbers don't fall because by the law of average, those numbers have to fall because they're going to have to rotate. All right, and all numbers rotate different midday from evening. All numbers rotate in everybody's different state. If you're not tracking yourself, your numbers yourself, you're putting yourself at a great disadvantage if you're playing Pick-3. Now, if you're an occasional player, then, you know, it's not really going to hurt you that much. But if you're a lotto head like myself, play daily, this here will enhance whatever system you're using, period. Because you're dealing with the actual numbers, you're dealing with the actual rotations of all the actual numbers. And how the mirroring system work on these here, I'll explain the mirroring system is pretty simple. Okay, you take this grid here. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. What it is, took the 1,000 numbers, triple zeros to 499, 500 to 999. Divided in half, all right? The system is, if you're playing a number, you want to know what the opposite number is of that 1,000 numbers would be. And somebody came up with doing it this way, which, I mean, it works. It makes perfect sense to me because it works good with my system. And it's called mirroring or sister system. That's, like I said, that's all you got to worry about. Saying you played the number 1, 2, 3, and 6, 7 came in. 6, 7, 8 came in. 6, 7, 8 is the mirror number or sister number of 1, 2, 3. Simple as that. If you play 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3 came in, they just played the mirror or the opposite number of your number. All right. Then they have a thing which you really won't need to too much worry about this because you're looking at the actual numbers. You ain't got to worry about what number they mirrored on you and all that because it's not gonna matter because you'll be dealing with the actual 1,000 real Pick-3 numbers. But here, say you playing 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 8 come in, they just played the opposite number of what you was playing. If you're playing 1, 2, 3 and 1, 7, 3 come in, they just mirrored your 2 and made it a 7. Same here. If you're playing 1, 2, 3 and 6, 2, 3 came in, all they did was mirror your number. Mirror your 1 with the 6. Simple. All right. If you need to, leave comments if that was hard to understand. I'm more than happy to answer for you. Now, all right. And the reason why that's important here, all the mirrors are in all these rundowns. Okay, let's go with the 239 that came in, but it came 329. You go down, And you see the mirror of it, or opposite number would be 784. Why? Because the 7 can be it's the opposite of 2, 2 is the opposite of 7, 3 is the opposite of 8, 8 is the opposite of 3, 9 is the opposite of 4, 4 is the opposite of 9. Okay? That lets you know, as you're rotating down these numbers, and what I look for when I find in a column where the number in its opposite having to play, I put that in my bucket list, because by law average, one of them have to play in the column. And not only that, with this column here, while you're hitting, say one of these columns don't hit for 3 months, 4 months even. When you hit and you're looking for numbers to play, you're going to play off the column that ain't hitting 4 months or 2 months. But I usually look for three months, 90 days pretty much. But I ain't guessing for what number I got to play. The little time that it takes me to check these off every day, when it's time for me, when I do hit, I ain't got to pull numbers out the air and not know where the numbers are coming from and not know nothing about the numbers. I pull numbers off my column. Because I know they got, by law average, something got to fall off of there. And depending on the way I'm tracking and how I'm tracking, 9 out of 10, I'm be able to guess what number's going to come off of there. Okay? And so that's, like I said, any of these numbers, the mirror number or sister number is in it. Okay? And you'll be able to see that. So that's why I love this sheet. I put it together, and it's simple and it's easy to use. Anybody can use it. That's a lot of heads like me that play PICK-3 on a regular basis. Okay? Now, to show you the other part, the other 4 strategies. This is strategy number 1 right here. This is the main sheet. All right? Then as I was developing this sheet, nothing I found out about this sheet, how come I know that those 1,000 numbers take 3 years to alternate, always and change places? I was tracking. And what I used to do, once I finish a sheet, and I do a yearly sheet like this too, every year, and I follow along, but I do a monthly sheet so I can see which columns didn't fall separately, okay? So when I do a monthly sheet, I watch the numbers, and I do a yearly sheet and get a grand, like a big index or whatever didn't fall that year. And I move those numbers over to the next year and add them to look for them to add on to my bucket list in the following year. The way I figured that out was that when I used to do the list and the new year start, I would start a whole new list. And then all of a sudden, as I was going through the years, I was noticing that the numbers that didn't fall the prior year was coming in the next year. And then that's when the light bulb lit up in my head. I was like, oh, you should be playing the numbers that didn't play. That's how it works. And now I know it takes almost 3 years, no matter where if you start today, right now, and if you don't do nothing else, I'm going to say make this sheet. Just start following, just start doing this sheet and tracking off the number and glancing at them. And then, if you don't, then the following year, I started realizing that, and ever since then, I've always carried the numbers over. And they always never fail me. They show up and I hit them. So that's the strategy. You're not going to find a system where you're going to hit them numbers the next day. It's not set up like that for you. And I think that's where a lot of people are making this game harder than what it needs to be. Because they want to find a system, and I've been there and done that. They want to find a system that they're going to figure out what number coming the next day. Ain't happening. Ain't happening. And not on no consistent basis if they do. It ain't happening. So that's the master sheet there. I got email. If you want to email me, I can send you pictures of the master sheet. But if you just write those numbers down and do the 1-1 rundown, you ain't got to go through all that. You can just you can make this master sheet in a matter of an hour, doing the 1-1 rundown on them 22 numbers I just gave you. It's easy. And like here, then after I check that off, that 1, the 239, this is strategy number 1. I go to strategy number 2, which is simple. It's just like, let me get this light off. Okay. Strategy number 2, I do my pairs right here. Okay. take this off here. Number 329. And I developed this pair sheet here, which is simple. I gather my pairs. What I do, since it's a straight, it's going to be 3 pairs that you're going to have. If it was double, you only have 2 pairs. This 329, I check off the 23, I check off the 29, and I check off the 39. Okay? And this here is a monthly sheet. And at the end of the month, I find out what pairs hadn't filled, and I watch those pairs and transfer them over. And then any pair or pairs ain't filled in 90 days, I start adding them to adding them to my bucket list. So when I hit, I know what pairs haven't failed, and I know what pairs to play. All right. And then so you know that's how I do that one. This here, and if you know if you don't get it, just hit me up in the comment section. It's easy to explain. I can explain this in 30 minutes. This here is my number positioning. Just like the 329 again, I mark off the 3, I mark off the 2, and then I mark off the 9. Reason for this, at the end of the month, I want to know what position a number didn't fall in. I already know that last month of July, 2 didn't fall in the number 1 position here. All right. So if I'm playing 3, 2, 1, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure that I also play 2, 3, 1 and 2, 1, 3 to make sure that 2 is in that position, because 9 out of 10, if I'm playing that number, that's going to be where it's going to fall or how it's going to fall. Okay? And that's how I always check my number positioning to see where those numbers are at any time. That's strategy number 3. Strategy number 4, I check the front pairs and the back pair. And what I do, that's a sheet here. That's top number is the same at the top as it is at the bottom. Okay? And I can, if you call me and you can't see these numbers, there's, whiteboard, and I can't really erase all this stuff and start all over again. But what I can say, I can give you the numbers and just tell you what to write down in a matter of 10 minutes. Because it's easy. Just everything's all in numerical order. Okay, and the same numbers at the top is at the bottom. The top is the front pair, the bottom is the back pair. So at the top pair here, I just write, I do the 3, 2. This is a yearly sheet. And I do the 29 right here. And I'm telling you, it opens your eyes when you start tracking, and you'll see actual numbers and what's going on. Then you're gonna be playing right. You ain't gonna be tripping when you miss a number. You just know you gotta wait them out. Okay, and that's, I do this as a yearly sheet, and I track the numbers for the year. And any pairs that don't show up, but I'll be watching all year long, I carry them over to the next year. They will show up in the following year, and anything left after that will show up. It takes them 3 years to alternate. I'm telling you. Okay? Been following them 30 years, y'all. I know what I'm talking about. I ain't got to guess. Okay. All right. This here. Oh, I forgot to. Didn't forget. Well, I guess I did. I come over and I put the number on the calendar here. See this in red? That means that we hit it. The pairs. And what I do, I'm gonna be, as for the rest of the year, marking everything we hit in red. If you go back to July, I got that posted in a video. You'll see how red that board is. And this is just saying for Missouri. I ain't trying to track for all those other places. But this is just for Missouri, okay? Evening draw. And I'm predicting the numbers that's hidden for evening because I can. Because I'm tracking evenings. This here is number 5 strategy. All right. What we have here is the pairs. What I did, the doubles, and not the pairs, I'm sorry. The doubles, not the pairs. All right. So what I did, was I organized the doubles where their mirrors or the opposite are together. All right. So if, for instance, this 334 came in, I'd mark it off, and then right here you can see that the opposite of it is 443, and the mirror of it is 889, and then you got the mirror of the 993 is 998. Reason being, 8 can be a 3, 3 can be an 8, 4 can be a 9, 9 can be a 4, and everything is organized like that. So I got in four numbers to a group. If one of these, say this don't come in all year, I move it over to the next year. By law average, one of them had to come out, or two of them, all three of them, all four of them. But you'll be tracking all year, and toward the end of the year, you'll know when you're hitting where to get your numbers from, off your bucket list, out your bucket list. You ain't gonna play all 1,000 numbers, you can't, but you will be able to observe what numbers is the best to play. Okay? It's about as simple as it can get. All numbers gonna have to rotate. All numbers rotate different in all states. They cross paths just because a number is showing up somewhere in California, New York, and all that, and they say it's traveling your way. Don't mean a thing, because there's only 1,000 numbers. There's 50-something states. They gonna cross paths. The numbers cross paths in Missouri midday and evening. They cross paths. Same number that fall midday or fall evening. There's only 1,000 numbers. That's why I said I think we're making this harder than it need to be. Just track the numbers. It's 1,000 numbers. I just gave you the sheet in the system. I mean, I'm sounding like a broken record, but I don't know no other way to sound. I don't know no other strategy. What other strategy you need? You got all the bases covered here. All the bases are covered. Only base ain't covered if you don't do it. You know, that's all I can tell you. But I'm you know, once everybody sees it, I'm sure they'll be happy that they did learn the system, because whatever system you're using, it's going to enhance it greatly, I keep saying. So I know if you can't see anything, you see my email up there, momonetary at gmail.com, or you can call me. My phone number 314-260-9801. I can email you a paper that shows you all the numbers clearly, I think. I hope. I've mailed them out to quite a few people, and so far I've gotten good feedback. They're getting it pretty good. So, but that's all I got. That's all I'll know. But all I can tell you, I'm going to be here every day making a strategy video so you can see how I think. Excuse me. And I'm going to also be doing a 1-1 rundown on the number that comes prior, and that, I guess that excuse me, a tutorial video. So like I say, always play them till they come. Make that money, y'all. Peace and blessings, peace and love, and God bless.